Hello, welcome to Ephemera Files by Tommy, and today is hashtag Tag Tuesday. And this is a collaboration that is hosted by Sherry at Turquoise Dreaming. So today's tag, I am using some pieces that I had left over from a journal that I just recently made, and I had these kit pieces from Kara Brandon Creations. And I wanted to make a tag out of them. I've got a couple of washies. I've got some ribbon that I got from the Dollar Tree. I got a new punch and I was testing it out, and I kind of like the way these look with everything else. This is the punch, and as it punches, it also embosses, and I just thought that looked pretty cool. And I may or may not use this little gold clip. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what happens as we go. So the first thing I need to do is back 3 of these. I don't need to back the very front one, but I am going to back these with some of these book pages. And I have 2 out because this big one doesn't want to share, doesn't want to make room for anybody else. And so it's going to use one all by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this onto the page. Get my glue stick here. And I'm about to need a new glue stick. And it doesn't matter which direction I put this on here because I am going to be trimming it off even with the tag afterwards. So it doesn't matter that my words are upside down from my tag. Now, this one will fit on here too. So I'll just go ahead and glue it real quick as well. All right, now this one will not fit. It just almost does, but almost is not going to cut it for this particular project. And this one actually is, this one's clear on both sides. I wonder if I have another one that's not. All right, so I am going to use this one instead. When I find book pages like this that are blank on both sides, I like to put them to the side because they are really good for just folding up and putting in as a piece of stationery or something like that. And so I set them aside because I do not find those very often. Now I'm just going to go ahead and cut off all the excess paper. All right, so now I have these 3 pieces, and I want to hinge them similar to the hinge that I made recently. I need to trim that a little bit closer. But the hinge I did recently opened up 3 wide, and this one's going to open up like this. So I'm just going to line this up the way that I want it to look to make sure everything sits exactly the way I'm wanting it to. So I've already auditioned this, I think is the word I want. And that right there is how I want it to be. So I'm going to get out my washi tape. And I have a couple of different washi tapes. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use just yet. On which piece. I do know that I'm not sure that one goes. Does that? I don't know. When you've got all 3 of them together, it goes. Plus, it'll blend in because it's got a lot of white. So I'm going to find the end, which is right here. And I am going to apply this first to this tag. I'm going to tear the ends because I don't want straight lines on it. And I'm just going to take that and put it on the middle, just like that. And then I'm going to bring this over here. I'm going to make sure that I'm still aligned where I want to be aligned. Which is right there. I'm going to pinch this really hard. And fold it just back like that. Now, when I open it up, it'll be tacked just enough that I can adjust it by lifting up and just scooting this over, and I won't lose my alignment. I actually think that that looks all right. Now let's close it and make sure that it's where I want it to be, and it is. And so now I'm going to take this other washi, a little bit thinner, a little bit closer to the same pattern, and it tore on me, or split, but I think that that'll be okay. I'm just going to put that there. I'm going to put this little piece that tore off around here somewhere. Probably right there. And I'm just going to burnish those down really well. And then I am going to close my card and burnish them down again. And that's going to be a little stiff, so I'm going to bend it just a little bit. And what I'm doing is I'm taking my finger, my thumb, and I'm pushing them together and curving at the same time. And that's going to work it a little bit loose so that it will open and close easily. All right, so now I need to put my second flap on. And I need it to be up a little higher than what this one is going to be, because this one is going to come down here, and I want them to overlap right. I think I'll just go right there with it. And I may just measure that. So we're going to come up about 1 inch on there. And I think for this one, I will do the outside first. So I just need this piece here. I'm going to place that white line right on my little tag. Push that down, wrap that around that top end. And now I'm going to put it back on here again, and we said it was just about 1 inch. Right there. And I'm going to wrap that around. And I should have done on the other one, I should have done it in that order. I should have put on the outside and then the inside. And so we push that down and push that down. And I think that needs to scoot just a little bit. It's not quite lined up. Let's try this again. There we go. And then I'm going to put the dark one on the inside of this to contrast with that. We're going to burnish that one down really well also. I think maybe I wanted to put my paper on after I put the washi tape on, but it'll work all right like this as well. All right, so this is what we have so far. And the next thing I want to do is put my fastener on. And that's what this card is going to be. I'm going to put it on there and it'll open and close by tucking this card into this card. And this one's going to hang down off the bottom of this one just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I can see that right there is where that glue is going to go, that line. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put my glue down for this pocket keeper, whatever you want to call it, flap keeper. I don't know, words are hard for me today for some reason. And it's actually going to hang off the bottom just a bit, but I need to see where it goes to, right there. I'm going to put this into the glue and get it situated where I want it to be. And with this glue, it is Fabri-Tac, Fabri-Fix 3-in-1, whatever you want to call it. You can rub it off if it squeezes out. And now this will slide into that flap and keep the tag closed so that it lays flat, or lays together, I guess I should say. It's not really flat. So that it lays nicely in your journal. Now, I need to decide, am I going to punch a hole in the top and put ribbon through it? Am I going to use my flowers on here? I think I am going to use my flowers on here. All right, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my hole punch over here. I'm going to eyeball the center and punch a hole. And now I have this, which I realize a lot of people do not have. I really like having it. I think it's worth the purchase. It is a hole reinforcer punch. And you can use the papers that you have used in the rest of your project to make a matching surround, okay? So I'm going to open that up and open that up. And I am just going to put some glue around the hole, very small amount. Doesn't need to be a lot. Or you can use your glue stick. And I'm going to just put that around the hole. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. I think I got a little wide on my glue there. That's okay. There we go. And now I am going to use some of the ribbon. But I'm going to use it in a little different way. Because I'm going to put that gold clip on there. Pull the ribbon through. And I'm going to bring it around the front. Actually, I'm going to go in between the handles of the clip. if I can get it to cooperate. I'm going to go right in between there, and I'm going to tie a bow. And in doing that, I have allowed myself the ability to clip this onto a page with that back clip. Now I'll have to finagle. I use that word a lot here lately. I'm having to finagle a lot of things. The ribbon can go just like that. I need to trim this one off just a bit. It's kind of long. And then this will close, and this will close by sliding into there. And I can take this piece that I cut off down here, and I'm just going to glue that on. And I'm going to glue one of these flowers on here, and another one here, and another one here. And I think that'll be pretty. Now, because I do have these red veins in this caladium that's on this card back here, I am going to come in and I'm just going to color in the centers of these flowers. And just kind of connect that all together. I'm thinking that I probably should have gone around the edges with some ink of some sort, but I think that it will be okay. And then there is the back. I like it. It's a little different from other things, but I still like it. Thank you for joining me today. And as always, be kind. Bye. Hello, welcome to Ephemera Files with